It's Monday. You know what that means. What is good, YouTube? It's Kyle from Wrestling with Fans with a Monday Fun Day stream. Got Power Gaming, Hyper Productions in the live chat. What is up, my fellas? I apologize for the late start. I had just finished cooking dinner. I'm sitting here. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess let me eat real quick. And go down and get some more. I'm having tacos, by the way. I looked at the clock, it saw it was 7:35, and I'm like, oh crap, let me make this plate and get up there and get online. Mm. Mm. Nom 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 nom. It's Taco Monday here at Wrestling with Fans. So while we got some people in here, before I get into some of the stuff I want to talk about, got a huge announcement for you guys. So I've been doing Wrestling with Fans for a little over 3 years now. And I just started doing YouTube. Maybe like really taking YouTube seriously about 7 or 8 months ago. But, and I was going full bore there for a while. And now I had to cut back on the streaming slightly. Just because it was a lot. And there were other reasons. But one thing we're doing. So I'm going to give you guys some. Don't drop the show name? Surprises. Okay. So Chris is in the chat, so this works out perfectly. David Zanigo, welcome to the chat. So Chris, since you're in here, we're going to drop it. I was going to drop the link, but I guess we'll wait. So you guys remember Chris? He's one of my older co-hosts here at Wrestling with Fans. He's a major toy head. He's a major toy head like me. So I'm still going to be doing Wrestling with Fans. Have no fear, guys. Wrestling with Fans will still come to you every Monday and Thursday. Going to be dropping videos, doing the live streams. Hey, Chris, don't let people steal ideas. But Chris and I, in a good brainstorming session, we're starting our own toy YouTube channel. We're going to be doing our own toy YouTube channel. It'll be toys of all kinds, of all eras. Chris knows a lot of local toy stores around our general area. So he's got an in for some local toy shops. So coming soon. We don't have a date yet. We have a name picked out, but Chris says not to give the name. I have the name. I have a tentative logo already created. We've got an email address set up. The YouTube channel is already set, Chris. I did lock in our YouTube channel. So we're going to have a YouTube channel. We're going to be posting, it'll be like toy hunts, probably some interviews with like some local shops, figure unboxings, figure reviews, and then probably maybe we'll see how things go. Like maybe a once a week live stream / podcast toy chat. So that is coming soon. And you guys are going to freak out over the name, especially some of you younger guys might not get the reference. But some of you older heads that are in here who loves them classic toys, we're going to be bringing the fire. And the cool thing is, yeah, Chris is NECA Ninja Turtles, McFarlane, Vintage, Batman, Star Wars, Kenner, Funko, Marvel, Power of the Force, movie items, all of it. You guys will see my wrestling collection. If you've seen the video on the YouTube channel, the 50 subscriber wrestling collection went up a while back. That's only like a quarter, a fifth of my toys. Like this whole bookshelf over here, you've seen it on the streams before. Full of Funko Pops. I've got a tote with over 200 Marvel figures in it. I've got a tote with years of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers stuff. So we're going to be bringing the toy fire. Toys is hot. I know a lot of you guys have found my channel through other toy channels and things like that, but we're going to be bringing the toy fire. Going to be a lot of fun, and when everything's ready to launch, like I said, I've got an email, I've got a YouTube channel locked in, Chris, already. Just letting you know. So we've got the name locked into our YouTube channel. Well, there'll be a Facebook page. I'm sure there'll probably be an Instagram. There'll be some fun videos and all that cool stuff. And what is he sending me? He is sending me, oh, yeah, Chris has been on a huge horror NECA hunt lately. Like, he's just bringing the NECA fire. When are you going to tell us the name? Chris, you want me to drop the name? I've got everything locked down. I can even show off the logo if you want me to, but I'll let you make that call, man. Maybe we'll announce that later on. But I have the link to the channel. Give us name. Fuck it. Okay. Well, here. So let me bring this up. Give me one sec, guys. I wasn't planning for this. Give me one sec here. So let's bring this in. Let's do this. Chris, we got to give the people what they want. So let me pull up. I'm going to pull up. I will show off. This isn't the finalized logo. This is just... This is just a test. I'll give you guys the link. So, and this isn't going to size up right on the screen, just so y'all know. So let me take that. So without further ado, from Kyle and Chris, we're going to give you guys what we are calling KC Toys. Now, for you old school heads, if you ever heard of KB Toys, it was like one of the biggest toy stores behind Toys R Us here in the States. And KB is an awesome toy store that was in a lot of malls and shopping centers, went out of business years ago. So we're playing off that name instead of KB Toys. It's KC Toys, Kyle and Chris. We're going to bring you the toy fire. Yeah, Hyper, it is like Smith's. It's not quite as big as a Smith's. It was a smaller chain. And Jen is wine drunk tonight, so it should be fun. So yeah, that is the name of the brand new YouTube channel coming soon. And since you guys want it, do you guys want to head over and hop on the train now? That is a link to the YouTube channel that I've already set up. There's nothing over there. Just giving you a heads up. There is nothing over there. It is literally just the channel with the logo. That's all it is. We haven't even planned what we're doing, but if you guys want to jump on board now, go to that link, go and subscribe to KC Toys. Chris and I are going to get together this week and kind of formulate a game plan on where we want to take the channel, where we want to take things out. So if you guys want to head over and check that out right now, go ahead and do so. And we'll be doing, thank you guys, Hyper and Power Gaming. Thank you all for hopping on there early. Our first 2 subs, Chris. We ain't even got a video up yet, but yes, that's coming soon. That is coming very soon. No tentative date, but yeah, glad you guys are on board to want to check that stuff out. So let me pull up something here. What do I got to do? Oh, I don't even know what's what anymore. I've got so much stuff. I think what I'll do here in a little bit, if you guys haven't checked it out already, I'm going to go and play my British Bulldog figure unboxing. I'll play that later on in the stream. We got Raw coming in 10 minutes. Let me run down what we got on the Raw preview already. So we got just says WWE Champion, the Almighty Bobby Lashley collides with Drew McIntyre. There's a 6-woman tag match. Charlotte, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax take on Asuka, Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke. And then in an 8-man tag match, AJ Styles, Omos, Jackson Riker, and Elias taking on the team of the New Day and RK Bro. And then afterwards on Raw Talk, Charlotte, Braun Strowman, and Chris, I don't know if you've heard, but the modern day Maharaja, Don't Hinder Jinder, is back. He was on Main Event. He'll be on Raw Talk after Raw tonight, only on Peacock. So bam, that's Raw. That's what's coming up at the top of the hour. But we're not going to worry about Raw because we don't do the Raw previews anymore. Let's go back to the chat here. The Devil You Know on Vice TV is better than Raw. Yeah, Chris, there's just about. I've got NCIS on the Oxygen Network. I just seen it while scrolling through earlier, so I've got NCIS on the TV. Power Game says, I don't think RK Bro is going to last long. That is my mindset as well. However, from some of the dirt sheet stuff, they are saying that they are in line for a big push. So it should be interesting to see where things go. Yeah, Power Game. Randy is the Viper, and he's always alone. He'll get into a team for a minute, but it never fails that he's going to turn on his partner at some point, at which he'll turn into a feud, which I think is good. I think it'll be good whenever the team breaks up, whether that be now or maybe SummerSlam, Survivor Series. It'll lead into a feud with Matt Riddle and Randy Orton, which will be good. It'll be fun. I'll enjoy it. Two really talented guys. Matt Riddle's starting to come into his own on the main roster. Kind of in that goofy way. Power Game. Remember what happened to Rated RKO? Oh, yes. I fully see something similar happening with the RK Bro. Let's see here. Hyper says RK Bro or Hardy Bros. Orton hates Jeff, vice versa. What's going to happen? I am not sure, but I have a feeling we're going to get some good story out of this, and then it'll probably turn into a turn and then an eventual feud. That is my prediction. When that happens, that is anybody's guess. Oh, God, now I got the hiccups. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. So we talked on the podcast on Thursday. If you haven't checked out the audio stream, you can check it out. A link to the website is in the description below. You can check out the podcast. We talked about what's in store for Daniel Bryan coming up. And the fact that they talk so much about him on Friday SmackDown makes me think that there's a good chance he's going to re-sign. Maybe not, a full-time deal, maybe like a Brock Lesnar style contract part-time. But the fact that they didn't just completely erase Daniel Bryan from everything instantly makes me think that they're at least hopeful that he'll re-sign with the company. Power Game says Eva Marie is returning. Unfortunately, yes, she is. I've never been an Eva Marie fan, but she gets heat. She gets heat. Crazy stuff. Hyper says, I am filming WM on the weekends. Vids will come out in July. Awesome, man. I'm looking forward to seeing those when they come out in the summer. Let's see. What else do we have? Where's this article? Let me pull this up. I just was looking at this a few minutes ago. So apparently, Becky Lynch has signed a new WWE contract. I can't find the article there. Let me pull this up. Here we go. I had it up earlier. I don't know what closed down. So this is posted by Wrestling Inc., and it's been covered by a lot of other outlets as well. Becky Lynch has reportedly signed a new WWE contract. Lynch has been away from WWE since April 2020, but word now via Ringside News is that the company quietly signed her to a new contract a few weeks back. Lynch reportedly signed her last contract in 2019, which included a significant raise after her run at the top as the man. It was reported that Lynch's new contract is worth $1 million per year. Becky's been out. She just had her baby back in December. No word on officially when she'll be back, but it appears as the mom, is not going anywhere, which is nice. Really excited to have Becky back. I know Jen would love to have Becky back. She's a huge Becky mark. So cool. Says Power Gaming. There's a rumor that his name won't be said on air because he's not signed his contract. Power Gaming, they talked about him a lot this past week on SmackDown. The week after his loss to Roman. So they did talk about him a lot this past Friday. Now, I don't know if that was just a follow-up, so they didn't just completely drop it, or what. I guess we'll wait and see what happens this Friday. If they mention him this Friday, that might be a good sign. But if they completely erase everything Daniel Bryan, then you might start to wonder where he's actually going to go. Should be interesting. Speaking of good shows, Chris, anybody catch A&E's biography on Booker T last night? If you haven't checked out the A&E biographies, they are really, really good. The one on Booker T last night I watched. And if you don't like Booker T, you might not be human. I mean, just knowing this guy's story, where he came from, what he went through as a youth, and all the struggles he had with his mom dying, living on his sister's couch. But man, it was so good. Hyper, that the one on Beth Phoenix, that's different. That's the Icons on the network. These are on the A&E network, which I'm not sure how that works over for you across the pond. I think it's like ane.com or something like that. A&E biography. I think you can watch it on their website. But it premiered last night on A&E. So good. They've done one on Stone Cold Steve Austin. God, who are all the other ones? Let me look up real quick. I can't even remember who they've done. I know they did Steve Austin. Let's see. Who all have they done? Okay, they did Stone Cold Steve Austin. The next week they did Roddy Piper. Last week was on Macho Man Randy Savage, which drew me. I've yet to watch that. I need to watch that one. Booker T's was last night. Next week, biography on the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. I'm sure that's going to be pretty awesome. Then on May the 23rd, Ultimate Warrior, which you never know what kind of thing you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get like the self-destruction of Ultimate Warrior or something else completely. Then on May 30th, it's biography Mick Foley, which I'm sure will be really good. And the season finale for these biographies premiering June the 6th, Bret the Hitman Hart. Gonna be awesome. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Everything is on the network here. Yeah, Power Game. The Randy Savage one I have yet to watch. I just haven't gotten around to going back to watch. I do want to see it. I've watched Austin's. I've watched Piper's. Shawn had the balls to sing his own theme song. If you remember, the original cut of that theme song was actually sung by none other than Sherry Martel, by sensational Sherry. Let's see. What other kind of fun news do we got? Oh, by the way, and I didn't even realize this until like an hour ago. WrestleMania Backlash is this Sunday. Like, I didn't even realize it was that close. WrestleMania Backlash is this Sunday. So, what we're going to do on Thursday for this week's podcast, we're going to break down WrestleMania Backlash. We're going to, preview the show. As it stands now, there's 5 matches. Lashley versus Drew versus Braun in a triple threat match for the WWE title. Bianca versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. Rhea versus Asuka versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's title. The Dirty Dogs, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, defending the SmackDown Tag Belts versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio. And finally, Roman Reigns defending the Blue Universal title against Cesaro. So right now there's 5 matches. I am sure we'll probably get additional matches added tonight and probably maybe one more coming on Friday SmackDown. Hyper says, if Mick's biography is anything like his ECW promos or interviews, it will be a banger. Hyper, if you've never had a chance to watch the A&E stuff, let me see something here. I don't know how this is going to work. That's not what I want. No, where was I just looking at? Give me one sec here. I just pulled up where it had them all. Biography. Here we go. So if you can check him out online, I don't know how it works for you guys, but there's a link to A&E's biography channel, their website, where you can stream them all on their website. So if you guys want to check those out at your leisure, there's a link to A&E's website. Sister Haber says, boy, can't wait for SummerSlam Elite so I can make Triple H to Kenny Omega because Ireland got everyone but him and Mox. Yeah, these SummerSlam Elite should be pretty good. I'm looking forward to those. Power Gaming says, I hope Cesaro wins the Universal Championship. Power Gaming, I do too. I love Cesaro, and but I don't think it's in the cards right now, unfortunately. I would be rooting for Cesaro, but my gut is telling me that it's still Roman's. It's his yard, and you must acknowledge him. Acknowledge him. The head of the table. And happy Mother's Day to any wrestling moms out there who may be watching live or watching after the fact. But speaking of SummerSlam, here's a little interesting news story I'm just seeing. The date for SummerSlam is now official. Last week, it was noted that the SummerSlam date could happen earlier than normal. But PW Insider has reported today that the current plan is for the 2021 SummerSlam to take place on Sunday, August the 22nd. Now, there is no location for the show, so we're not sure if this is going to be in the Thunderdome or if we'll go to an arena with live fans again, like WrestleMania. But SummerSlam will take place apparently Sunday, August the 22nd, which is the 4th Sunday of the month. There's 5 Sundays in August. Good Lord. It's going to be a long month. Hyper says, I made a custom Eddie Guerrero out of Elite 45 doll from basic WrestleMania. That's cool, Hyper. I wish I could get into customs, but for some reason, I just can't get into customs. I just don't have the patience or the the supplies to do it. So Raw just came on the air 5 minutes ago. I'm not even worried about watching it. I'll listen to PW Torch's post show recap to get the gist of what goes down. I may turn it on for a minute or two when I'm done here, but excuse me 1 second. I need to take a bite of taco. I've been sitting here for like a half an hour getting cold. Oh. That was real good. Let's jump back to SmackDown for a minute. Now, it was the throwback edition of SmackDown. And we did get the SmackDown Fist. However, it was only in hologram form, which kind of disappointed me. I was hoping they would dust off the giant silver fist and break it out for the show. Since I get burns from that hair dryer all the time, fucking painful. Yeah, but you got to watch them hair dryers. They'll heat up and burn the John Brown out of your hand. Yeah, Power Gaming. Jimmy Uso returning was cool. It's good to see Jimmy Uso back. It didn't seem like he was going to fall in line with Roman. So I'm sure we'll get a follow-up on that on Friday. Be interesting to see how that goes. Will they play, Jimmy versus Jay if Jimmy doesn't fall in line? Will they have the Usos, feud with each other? Be interesting. Ever says SmackDown throwback crap except for Teddy Long. Teddy Long is always a win. Holla, holla, holla. What up, player? But they did a pretty good rating. Showbuzz Daily released the rating on Saturday. SmackDown drew 2.157 million viewers for its 2-hour broadcast on Friday, which is up from last week's 2.018 million. So they went up about 150,000, 140,000, 139, I guess. 139,000 viewers from last week. They did draw a nice 0.65 rating in the 18 to 49 demo and a 0.76 rating in the 25 to 54 demo and a 0.43 in the 18 to 34. All those numbers are up from the week before. SmackDown ranked number 1 in the ratings for the key 18 to 49 demo on network TV, and also ranked number 1 in the 18 to 34 demo for the third week in a row. Number 3 in the 25 to 54 demo. So the allure of the throwback SmackDown did draw some people in. Says Power Gamer says the first thing happening right now is Nia Jax team versus okay, I'm glad I'm not watching it. Thank you for the update, Power Gamer. I'll pass. Yes, always got to go 1-on-1 with The Undertaker. That was always his thing. That was always his thing. What else? Let me pull this. I had a new article on my phone I wanted to talk about. So apparently also on the Throwback SmackDown, Mia Yim had one of her segments cut. She was going to return. No word and if she was going to go by Mia Yim or by her Retribution moniker, Retaliation. I'll pull this article off of Web is Jericho. But it says, let's see, apparently, that was a long article. I didn't even look at it. Apparently she was supposed to be returning this past week, but it was cut, as was a Dominic Dijakovic segment as well. Alexa Bliss is out right now. I love me some Alexa Bliss. I'm curious where they're going to take her with her little puppet thingy. Pepper says AEW is okay, SmackDown okay, Raw longest sitting episodic shitlog in the toilet bowl of entertainment, NXT okay. Lily, thank you, Power Gaming. you guys are Mountain Dew fans, the Major Melon Mountain Dew Zero is fire. I'll live off of that stuff. Good stuff. All right. So, real quick. So, for those who may be joining in just late, we'll do another little update here. For those who may have joined late, myself and Chris, one of my former co-hosts here on the podcast, you may remember him from the 3rd anniversary show from a couple months back. We are starting another YouTube channel. So Wrestling with Fans isn't going anywhere. Still going to stream every Monday. Still stream the podcast every Thursday. New audio shows will be up every Saturday. We'll fill in the time with some wrestling videos. I'll probably finish up the figure unboxings that I've done, and all new figure unboxings will go over to the new channel. So for those of you here at the top of the stream, got to see the announcement. But again, myself and Chris are going to be launching KC Toys. It is a playoff of the KB Toys, the now defunct KB Toys. And yeah, let us know in the chat. Good call, Chris. What toys do you guys like? Because Chris and I both have wrestling on lockdown. We both cover wrestling pretty well. We're both into NECA Ninja Turtles, the movies. I'm looking to get the cartoons. He's just concentrating on the movies. Everything else, NECA, Chris is your guy. A lot of classic stuff. For me, Funko Pops, Power Rangers, Star Wars Black Series. Chris is also big into Star Wars toys as well. I still got all my G.I. Joes from a kid. I've got a bag with all of my G.I. Joes. So maybe we'll break out the G.I. Joes on KC Toys. Yeah, I am more modern. I do have some vintage, but I'm not buying vintage. I still have some of my old stuff, but no, I'm not really hunting vintage. Chris is kind of all over the place. So the pinned comment on the live stream is the channel, KC Toys. I know a couple of you guys have already been over and sub, but if you haven't done so already, head over and go and click that subscribe button. There's no videos. It's just the channel with the logo. But content's going to be coming soon. We're going to be doing some cool videos, filming some fig hunts, trying to, cross-promote and get involved with some local toy stores and collectibles places. Chris knows them all. So we got some cool stuff. We're going to sit down this week and, map out the first couple months and then go from there. Power Games says, I like Star Wars, TMNT, Marvel. There's a lot more I like, but I can't think of it. I like Toy Story. Very cool. Very cool. Chris says, let me go back to the chat here. Just opened a 91 DC Defenders Aquaman. Hell yeah. Hyper Productions, you need to calm it down, man. Mrs. Sacco. I don't even know if I want to watch now. But again, the pinned comment at the top of the chat is a link to the YouTube channel that we're launching. Like I said, I went ahead and created the channel. A lot of good Toy Story in the Disney outlet. Oh, very cool. We got my future stepdaughter, Forky, from Toy Story 4, just because he says I'm trash. So Jen and I picked that up for a while back. But yeah, be on the lookout. KC Toys coming soon from the jobber that brings you Wrestling with Fans. And the what are you of the toy collector game, Chris? Like Cardona's the Michael Jordan. We got to come up. Yeah, Chris is big into Power of the Force. I am into the newer Black series. I'm not getting a lot of the old Black series. Mainly like the newer Black series. The rumors are making 2 more Toy Story. That would be kind of cool. I do like the Toy Story franchise. I'm not much into Disney movies anymore, but I do like the Toy Story franchise. That's one of my favorite Disney franchises. Also, if you haven't done so already, click thumbs up on the video. And also, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 100. We're still sitting at 82. I want to give away this Kevin Owens figure. If we don't get rid of this, all right, if we don't hit 100 subscribers by the end of May, I'm going to open Kevin Owens for myself. We'll buy something newer. We'll get a newer wrestling figure to give away here on Wrestling with Fans. We'll give away something a little newer. Coming back in here. Chris is the Ahmed Johnson of Ahmed Johnson figures. Power Gamer says, Asuka's team just won. Awesome. It's good. Hyper says, I enjoy Legos and DIY Star Wars stuff. I love Legos as a kid, but they are so expensive anymore. Legos are so expensive, and I hate that Legos are so expensive. Because I did love Legos as a kid. Maybe we'll make an exception and get a Lego and do a Lego put together for the new toy channel. However, says I need an AEW fig that isn't Jericho. Chris says I'll give away a Series 1 Jericho on us. Yeah, Chris has got a rack of stuff. He just unloaded a bunch of stuff. There'll be some toy giveaways, and it won't just be wrestling figures over there. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff. Power Gaming says, what are you watching on the TV? Power Gaming, it is NCIS. It just happened to be on. I'm a huge NCIS fan. I've been playing catch up watching it on Netflix, and I just finished season 15, which is the last season you can get on Netflix. And this is, I think, the start of season 3. It's on the Oxygen Network. I just happened to see it on while flipping through the channels, and I just put it on. So yeah, big fan of NCIS. Good show if you haven't checked it out. It's on Netflix, at least the first 15 seasons. And then I think the other seasons are on the Paramount Plus. So I guess I'm going to have to subscribe to Paramount Plus if I want to watch the rest of NCIS. But I got NCIS on. I'm not even turning Raw on tonight. I'm at the point now where I almost want to turn Wrestling with Fans into like a retro wrestling channel. Like review old Raws and Nitros and old WCW and WWF pay-per-views. That all would almost be more fun than some of the current product right now. I played around with that idea in my head a few times and just haven't pulled the trigger. Haven't pulled the trigger to change it up because I kind of like doing this. And I like doing these Monday streams where it's just kind of fun. Like we can talk wrestling. We can chat like wrestling figs and maybe some other toys. But I want to concentrate on wrestling on this channel. So KC Toys will also be big because that'll be all toys. It'll be wrestling toys, Star Wars, NECA, Marvel, anything and everything. All be on there. All right. Yeah, Chris, details to follow. Subscribe, that pinned comment. Anybody who hasn't gone over there, I know a couple of you guys have already said thank you guys so much, Power Gaming and Hyper Productions, for being our very first 2 subscribers. I haven't even subscribed to it yet. I need to subscribe to my own YouTube channel. Boost them numbers. Hyper says I could make custom Christian with Jericho. I just don't want to ruin my own. Yeah, you don't want to ruin your figures to make customs. You want to get fodder to make your customs. Power Gamer says, I think one of my favorite groups is NWO. I would love to do it like a deep dive into the NWO. It wouldn't be able to be in like a 1-hour stream. I'd probably have to dedicate like a Saturday or Sunday, like 3 or 4 hours, just to sit down and do a deep dive into the New World Order. They were the hottest thing in all of professional wrestling for a good point. Old shows be fire instead of, quote, the longest episodic shit in the toilet bowl of WWE. At one point, Chris and I even talked about doing a found footage style podcast, like basically reliving the Monday Night Wars 1 week at a time, but make it sound all retro and act like we're back in 95, 96, 97, reviewing these shows like they're in real time. That may be something to visit in the future. Kind of fun just to go back and relive some of those old shows. It'd be a lot of fun to do that kind of stuff. But I do want to do that, maybe like some bonus podcasts, because I do have a couple bonus shows. He's mock, fellas. I have a couple bonus shows. I don't know how many of you guys ever watched the show Survivor. If you guys are fans of Survivor, Bobby and I did a season of Fantasy Survivor where instead of, regular castaways, we cast WWE superstars into the roles on Survivor. We did heroes versus villains. And but we got a couple other seasons planned out to do. Jen and I think we'll be doing those shows together. Just got to find the time. Summer is always busy for us. Chris says, got a Christian coming in June. Maybe he'll be a giveaway. Yes. Find some of them fire figures for giveaways. Power Gamer says, I wish I could go back to the 80s, watch WWE because I'm 14 and I would love to see it. Power Gaming 80s. I was 14 and Chris was 14 in 98. I was 14 in 1995. I was 14 in 1995. By the way, maybe we'll do something on not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So on Wednesday, May the 19th, your boy is turning the big 4-0. So maybe next Wednesday, the 19th of May, we'll do a fun stream because I'm taking the day off of work. I think Jen and I are going to get into something. Might do some hunting on my birthday, but maybe we'll do a live stream. Maybe I can't live stream from my phone to YouTube, but I can live stream to Facebook from my phone. I can live stream to the Wrestling with Fans Facebook page. So if I do some hunting on my birthday, I'll have to live stream to Facebook. So the link to the Facebook page is in the description. If you want to head over, give us a follow, click the like button. Maybe we'll do something because I can't live stream to the YouTube channel just yet. I haven't reached our minimum threshold. But Power Game says, let's see, Power Game that's 80s or 90s, probably the 90s. The 80s were great. Like I grew up in the Hulkamania era. I've told this on the show before. I went to my very first event. Let me pull it up. I will read you guys the card. My very first live event. It's going to take me a second here to find it, but I know exactly where to get it. So this would have been 1986 March. Let me scroll down here. I'll find it in a sec. It's March. Oh, where's it at? Is this it? Yes, here we go. So this is how far I go back, y'all. This is how far I go back. The first ever live event that I can remember. I don't know if there's been a live event since then or before that, but I've been told that I've been a wrestling fan basically since the first time I ever saw it on TV. So let's jump back in your time machine, guys. Let's just go all the way back to March 9th, 1986. I am 4 years old. My 5th birthday is in a couple months. I am 4 years old. It is the old Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. Now, the Capitol Center is where, like, the Washington Capitals played, the Washington Bullets. It was like the D.C. Sports Arena in Landover, which is just outside of our nation's capital. And this is the card I got to see the very first time I went to a WWE event. Ted Arcidi defeated Rene Goulet. Pedro Morales defeated Barry O. Hercules Hernandez defeated Special Delivery Jones. Ricky Steamboat defeated Bret the Hitman Hart. Jim the Anvil Neidhart defeated CV Offee. Jake the Snake Roberts defeated Scott McGee. The British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith defeated one half of the WWF Tag Team Champions Greg the Hammer Valentine by disqualification. The Dynamite Kid defeated the other half of the WWF Tag Team Champions Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Tito Santana defeated Intercontinental Champion Randy Macho Man Savage via countout. And in the main event, and this is the only thing I really remember from this event, the main event was Terry and Hoss Funk. Hoss Funk is Dory Funk Jr., but he was going by Hoss Funk in WWF at the time, taking on the team of the Junkyard Dog and the WWF World Heavyweight Champion, the immortal Hulk Hogan. And I can remember vividly, this is like my earliest childhood memory. We were sitting up in the upper section. The ring was kind of down and to our left. The entranceway went up to the left. And when Hulk Hogan came out, the roof literally exploded. And I knew at that point that I was hooked on wrestling forever. It was at that moment. And the cool thing about that also is, that's March 1986. A mere month. It was 1 month before WrestleMania 2. And I remember watching WrestleMania 2 on closed circuit TV. But yeah, that's my era. And I have to look up the other event, because I know there was another event in like 88 or 89 when the Ultimate Warrior was there, because Ultimate Warrior was champion. So it would have been a few years after that. Let's see here. Power Game says, what are your thoughts on Damien Priest? Power Game, I really like Damien Priest. I was a big fan of his work in NXT. And I actually saw Damien Priest at a NXT house show. It was actually on my birthday in 2018 or 2019. I was bowling in the Maryland State Bowling Tournament down on the other side of Baltimore, down near I can't even think of the name of the city it was in. But that was on Saturday and Sunday. Friday night, NXT was going to be in town for a house show. And I got to go see him. He wasn't even Damien Priest, and he had just signed like 2 weeks earlier. He was still going by Punishment Martinez. And he took on none other than Keith Lee, the man he feuded with for a long time at NXT. Guy has so much talent. He's got a great look. Talented in the ring. His mic skills, might need a little to be desired. But overall, I think he's great. And I could see big things for him in, WWE going forward. Says Hyperproduction says, my first figure for myself was a Flex Force Sin Cara, but my first WWE fig to play with was Deluxe Aggression Batista. Now, this isn't the first figure I had, but let me grab it real quick. Give me 1 sec. This actually isn't the figure itself. This isn't my childhood figure. But I remember as a kid that this bad boy right here, you don't go messing with the country boy, Ljn Hillbilly Jim, was one of the first ever, if not the first ever, wrestling figure I ever had as a kid. And this came out in 1984. So LJN, this was a 1980. This figure came from 1984. So this thing is almost 40 years old. It's almost as old as I am. I had Hillbilly Jim. I had Hulk Hogan. I had Randy Savage. I had the Junkyard Dog. I had so many of these LJNs. And last year for Easter, my beautiful and wonderful girlfriend, Jennifer, found this guy on eBay and brought back so many childhood memories. And the fact that he even comes with his hat, because you can find these all over the place. They're all beat up. There's one little mark where the paint has come off of his heel on his pants there. But otherwise, this is pretty pristine. So I didn't ask what you paid for it. I was just so happy to have it. But yes, I have one of my childhood favorites, Hillbilly Jim, because you don't go mess with a country boy. Just like that. Power Game says Jinder Mahal is back on Raw. Hell yeah. You don't hinder Jinder. You don't. Whoa. Knocking stuff over. You don't hinder Jinder. My dad had He-Man. He has 40 Hyper. I had a bunch of He-Man and Motu as a kid too. I was really into He-Man. Jinder Mahal versus Jeff Hardy. That should be interesting. Now I'll give him credit. I mean, like I said, I'm not watching Raw tonight. I'm Power Gaming. Thank you for giving me the updates on Raw as we go along here. And I just thought it's nice that we're getting some new faces, like bringing Jinder Mahal back. Someone we haven't seen on Raw in forever. Because Raw has been so repetitive. It's like the same, 12 people every single week. So it's nice that we get a little bit of change of pace with Jinder tonight. Really good. Says he has a Green Lion and Winter He-Man. I have, and I've got to find it. It's in the basement because I currently live in my grandparents' old house. This is my grandparents' house. And I still have some of my toys from a kid here. I haven't been up in the attic in a while. I'm going to go up in the attic one of these weekends and see if any of my other old toys are up there. But there's stuff down in the basement. And I found a couple He-Man toys down in the basement that have survived over the years. It was pretty cool just to see them. I left them there just because that's sort of the last place I left them, so we'll leave them there. Power Games says, what's the oldest toy you have? It's Hillbilly Jim. 1984. Hillbilly Jim. The oldest toy that I had. Like I said, this wasn't the one I had from my childhood. This is one that Jen got me last year for Easter. But I would love to get some more of the LJNs. Maybe like Hogan, Savage, JYD. Just the few that I had as a kid, I'd love to get them back. And you can find them. You can find them mint on card. They're pretty darn expensive. You can get them loosey where they're not in the best shape. Pay a little less for it. It'd be nice just to have them, to put them on display. I guess it's back here. I have Hillbilly Jim up on the top. He was like up here somewhere, setting. But yeah, he's the oldest toy that I have. But like I said, guys, when we launched KC Toys, I think Chris and I chatted late last night, and I think some of the first few videos that we're going to end up doing will be kind of like collection videos. I've already done my wrestling collection for 50 subscribers here on Wrestling with Fans, so that you can check that out. Hyper says, my oldest fig is a 1997 WCW Sting. That is very cool. That is probably, I would imagine 97 is probably Crow Sting. Probably San Francisco Toy Company. OSFTM. Or OFCTC. No, OFCTM. Original San Francisco Toy Manufacturer. OSFTM. It's probably what was doing those in, or maybe Galoob. I don't know who was doing 97. Chris, if you're still in here, I'm sure you can let me know. You've got all those old WCW figs. But again, yeah, some of the first videos I think we'll do, we'll just we'll do some intro stuff, maybe a couple fig hunts to get things popping on the KC Toys channel. But I know for me, I'm going to do like a full Funko Pop collection. I have a ton of Funko Pops. A lot of Funko Pops. I stopped collecting them for a long time because I knew I can never keep up with everything that I wanted. There's just so many. And like I said, I have a tote. you might be able to see it. It's kind of, hang on. This right here. Oops. Sorry about that. You guys remember probably like 10 years ago, before Marvel Legends, there was Marvel Universe. These are all like 3 3/4 inch figures. I've got some on display in a corner, but there's, I think I have, last count was like 220 Marvel Universe figures. You know, X Force Warpath. You'll be seeing this guy in the new Black Widow movie, Taskmaster, uh, Guardian. Also from the new Black Widow movie, Red Guardian, Professor X. Like, I'm not gonna go through them all, but here I'll give you all a little peek. Pick up my camera. As you can see here, it is just totally jam packed with Marvel. I even have a giant Frost Giant figure. You know, Sentry, Multiple Man, Thor, Baron Zemo, Cyclops. Here's one if you guys watch Falcon and Winter Soldier. I guess I should turn it this way. U.S. Agent John Walker got his figure in here. I've got a Death's Head figure that I never even opened. Let's see, Sabretooth, Cap, Spidey, Extremis Iron Man, Wanda, aka Scarlet Witch, Human Torch. Got some, there's Star Lord. I've got so many. I've got, like I said, for what I have in here, and then I have like all my Avengers. I've got the Future Foundation, Cable, Deadpool, the original Avengers, and like the movie Avengers. They're all on display on shelves on this wall. In the corner, I have every Hulk Marvel Universe figure. All the different, the reds, the grays, the greens. When Chris and I first started getting into toy hunting together, that is what we were hunting. We were going to Toys R Us 2, 3, and 4 times a week looking for Marvel Universe figures, and I bought them all. There's only maybe a dozen or 20 at most or Marvel Universe figures that I don't have. There's like some exclusives that I don't have, but there's very few that I don't have. I have almost like the entire run of that figure line. Love it. They're like G.I. Joe size, 3 3/4 inches. One of my favorite toy lines ever. Yes, Hyper. R.I.P. Toys R Us. I'm going to try to catch up on the chat. Power Gamer says, holy crap, so much toys. Oh, yeah, that's something. I've got another tote about that size full of nothing but Power Ranger stuff. I've got like Legacy Morphers, Legacy Dragon Daggers, Sabas. I've got like Super Mega Force, like all the Zords. I've got like so many, not the Lightning Collection, but the line that came out before Lightning Collection with all the Red Rangers. Like at the 20th anniversary, I got all those. And one that I have that I'll probably end up selling. But I used to go to a lot of comic conventions. And I think it was 2014 or 2015. 2014, I think. I went to visit a friend in Louisville, Kentucky. We went to Lexington Comic-Con in Lexington, Kentucky. And we went to Toys R Us before. And I already had one Dragon Dagger. But I spent another $80 to have bought another Legacy Dragon Dagger in box. Took it with me to the convention and had it signed by none other than the Green Ranger himself, Jason David Frank. So I have like and I know those Legacy Dragon Daggers are going for like 200 mint right now. And I've got one that's mint and signed. So that's one of the coolest pieces I have. Chris says, oldest toy for me, possibly AWA Freebirds Complete 85. Yes. Power Game says Jinder just won from Jeff Hardy. Oh wow, that doesn't really surprise me. Chris says I have WWF puzzles from '84. Yeah, Chris, that's on mine. Hillbilly Jim's '84. LJN. By the way, thank you for putting that idea in Jen's head for that gift. One of the coolest things she's ever gotten me. And she's been texting me, and I'm not paying much attention because I'm doing the stream. All right. Yeah, jerk. Oh, there she is. Hi, babe. You had to know. It's Monday. You know I'm on YouTube. Hyper says, I'm waiting till I'm old to sell my LJN Classic Jacks Eddie Guerrero. Yes. They're only going to go up in value. They're only going to go up in value. So, Jen, since you missed, I don't know if, did you see the logo that I made? I don't think you've seen the logo. I'll go over it one more time, and then I'm going to end the stream here because it's almost 9 o'clock. I got to get up early for work. But one last time, again, Chris and I are launching. Well, actually, the YouTube channel is already launched. The pinned comment. Now we'll paste it again. Nope, that's not what I wanted to paste. Let's do it one more time. Power Gaming. Jennifer is my wonderful girlfriend. All right, Hyper. Have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for staying up late and hanging out with us. If you haven't checked it out, KC Toys is the name. And this is the logo. And this might not be the final logo. This is just what I came up with. Chris came up with the idea. Actually, Chris came up with the name. She's the wifey. Well, she's not my wife yet. Not the wife yet. Soon, though. Yes, Power. You and Hyper are the first 2 subs, man. I really appreciate y'all hopping on board early. I hope you guys enjoy some of the content we've got coming. But so yeah, Chris came up with the name as a playoff of KB Toys. So he came up with KC Toys. And then I did this little mock-up logo based off of the KB Toys logo back in the day. I've actually modified it because the toys in KB Toys the letters were a little wonky. So I've updated a little bit, but this is like the first initial mock-up. You can go over to the link there. It's the pinned comment. And I just posted just a minute ago. That's the YouTube channel that is set up. There's no videos. It's just the channel set with the name and the logo. So that way, whenever we start putting content up, we don't have a date yet. There's no official date on when KC Toys will be coming to you guys here on YouTube. But Chris is super excited for it. I'm super pumped for it. Wrestling with Fans isn't going anywhere. And Power Gamer says the 8-man tag, RK Bro, New Day versus the Raw Tag Champs, Elias and Riker is happening. Awesome. I might have to check that one out. Oh, no worries, man. I don't mind all caps. You're just yelling it out. You're just excited that we're getting RK Bro. RK Bro. Oh, yeah. Feel like Barry White. Can't get enough of your love, babe. All right, I'll come back in. But we're going to wrap the stream up here in just a couple minutes. Again, thanks to Hyper Productions and Power Gaming for hanging out all night. Chris, as always, thank you for hanging out. And Jen, thank you for coming in. Sorry I haven't been texting you back. But you know, it's Monday. You know what that means. I'm live on YouTube. You should have figured if when I didn't respond in a couple minutes, you should just turn on YouTube and you'll see me, my beautiful face here live. But I didn't go over this earlier, so let's do this. Let's bring up, for those who haven't done so already, grand opening coming soon. Yes. 4 subs now. Awesome. Thanks to everybody who subbed to the channel. I haven't even subbed to it yet. But don't forget, facebook.com/wrestling with fans. Hulk smash the like button to keep up to date with everything we do here at Wrestling with Fans. Obviously, you know about the YouTube channel. You're watching this live stream now. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're getting close to 100 subscribers. I want to give away this, Kevin. I want to give away a figure, and people won't subscribe, so I give away the figure. Maybe I'll just do it. If we don't hit it soon, maybe I'll just do a giveaway, or I'll keep this KO for my personal collection, and I'll go find a newer Elite figure to give away. I've been seeing a lot of the newer lines out there. Some of the legends are out there, too. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see how things play out. We'll see how it goes. Or maybe I'll just do both. You can follow us on Instagram at Wrestling with Fans. Posting some fake photography, some stuff like that over there. Check us out on the web, wrestlingwithfans.com. You can download or stream the audio podcast at any time, but new audio shows are posted every Saturday morning at 6:05. Yes, I'm copying the Orange Show. Power Gaming, a couple weeks ago, someone did suggested I make a Discord. Awesome, Chris Mal sub. Thanks, Mal. Hi, Mal. I'm sure you're probably watching there with Chris. Someone suggested I make a Discord. I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't use Discord. Well, I mean, I use Discord for Pokemon Go, and that's really about it. But maybe one of these days I'll make a Discord. Probably have to have a Discord for the toy channel. I can almost guarantee that. Take us on the go. Download us to your favorite podcast listening device. We're on all the majors: Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher. Just search Wrestling with Fans Podcast wherever you get your podcast fix. Subscribe to the show. If you're on iTunes, if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave us a rating. 5 stars if you think we deserve it. Leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you guys. And finally, the email, wwfshow@gmail.com. So we're back. Again, thanks everybody for having a fun stream tonight. And again, thanks for everybody who's hopped on the KC Toys bandwagon early. I know Chris is super pumped. Hi, Kai. Chris is super pumped. Like, he was so pumped. I was up till 11 o'clock talking to him. I'm never up past like 9:30, 10 o'clock ever during the week. And I'm excited. This channel is a lot to do by myself doing the podcast and streaming 2 nights a week and stuff like that. And filming fig hunt videos, fig unboxings, doing all the editing. So I'm going to be taking on another channel. But I know Chris is really passionate about toys, and so am I. And it's going to be a real fun adventure that him and I can go on together on YouTube. And like I said, the toy game is super hot on YouTube right now. So hopefully we haven't missed the wave, like the Bitcoin. Like get on that Dogecoin while you can. Get on the KC Toys YouTube channel while you can. Because it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to what the future holds for not only Wrestling with Fans, but also the yet to debut KC Toys YouTube channel, podcast, stream, whatever. It's going to be fun. Before we close the show, one last question here from the chat. Power Gaming says, if you could bring back a WWE superstar back to WWE in action, who would you pick? And he would pick Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'll give you 2 answers. I'll give you one that's still alive but retired, and I'll give you one that is dead. The one that is alive that I would love to have back, and I would love to have him in this era in his prime. And there's only one answer. I mean, anybody who knows me or watches this channel for more than 2 minutes should know. What up, Dad? I'd love to have The Undertaker back in his prime right now. I know he technically just retired at Survivor Series, but I'd never want to see The Undertaker not wrestle. Now, as far as the other one, a dead wrestler. Give you 2 answers here. The other one. And I got them both in toy form. Now, if I had The one there's really two dead that I'll bring back. One would be Eddie Guerrero, but I think realistically, if I could bring back one in his prime right now, it would be none other than Owen Hart. I would love to have Owen Hart in his prime back right now. I loved Owen Hart. Awesome. And this is probably the last figure ever made of Owen Hart because, actually the anniversary of his passing is coming up on the 23rd of May. It'll have been 22 years since Owen Hart tragically passed it over the edge of 99. That's coming up on May 23rd. And this was the attire. I mean, he was the blue blazer, which I have blue blazer up there on the wall, mint on card. It's that top figure where my finger's at right now. That's a blue blazer Jack's Bone Cruncher mint on card. Even though the card is not perfectly mint, but it's still on card. But this was the other outfit he was wearing, not when he was blue blazer. And those are probably the last two figures ever made of Owen Hart. Obviously, his wife had the lawsuit with WWE, and they've never made any other figures. I mean, they just came out with some micro brawlers earlier this year, but Owen and Undertaker would be the two that I would pick. And Owen's always had a special place up on the bookshelf over here. But that is going to do it. Yeah, Power Game. He did die due to an accident during the match. He was going to be lowered to the ring via harness, and the quick release broke, and he tragically plummeted to his death about 90 feet up in the air. I was actually watching that pay-per-view live. I was at my friend Chris's house. Not this Chris, a different Chris, or a different friend of ours, Chris. We were actually watching that pay-per-view live in his room when that happened. And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Definitely a night I'll never forget for all of the wrong reasons. But we're going to wrap it up here. It's almost 9 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States of America. Again, thank you to everybody for enjoying the stream tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Again, Power Gaming, thank you. Hyper Productions, Chris, Jen. Thanks, you guys. It's always fun. I mean, I can sit on YouTube and chat and just ramble on for an hour by myself. When we got a good chat going, we got a lively chat, asking questions, having fun, it makes the stream so much more fun. And I would enjoy it, but I enjoy it even more with you guys out there. So thank you guys sincerely. Anytime you guys come and join me live, I always have a lot of fun chatting with you guys. And even the ones who just watch live and don't chat, because at points I've seen like 5 and 6 people in here, and there's only like 2 or 3 people chatting. So even though if you don't chat, but you watch live, thank you. I see those numbers. I pay attention. I know when y'all watching. Lurking in the shadows. Watching, but not talking. It's cool. I still love you guys just as much. But anyway, thanks for watching. Again, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live recording of this week's Wrestling with Fans podcast. It'll be episode 154. We're going to preview WrestleMania Backlash and talk about some other news stories that have come up and go from there. One last question, Power Gaming says, who's your worst WWE superstar you hate? Currently, that's a good one. I don't even know. All of them? I don't know. Who do I not care about? You know what? And I used to defend her, but Nia Jax. I can't stand Nia Jax anymore. I used to defend her. Parker says, yours is Matt Riddle, not a huge fan of him. That's, again, that's the cool thing about wrestling. I love Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is one of my favorites. I love Matt Riddle in NXT. I like him on the main roster. That's the great thing about, professional wrestling. It's all subjective. Who I like is who you may hate, and who I hate is who you may like. And that's the best part about wrestling. There's something for everybody. There's something for all of us. We'll wrap up the stream here again, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the podcast. Again, we'll preview Backlash, which is coming this Sunday. I don't know if I'll be able to live stream Sunday during the pay-per-view like I have been for all the others. We'll see how things go. I'll make that decision by Thursday. Says here, but I started to like him a little bit because of RK Bro. Yeah, it's always good when you can match him with someone that you like and make a good team. But we'll end it there, guys. Thank you all so much. I'll see you all Thursday night, 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. Until then, thank you all for watching. Once again, my name is Kyle. We'll see you next time right here on Wrestling with Fans.